Well, let's start with Chris because he's by far the most polarizing topic of this season and the most drama-filled. I know Reality Steve's got a lot of background on this guy, but I think that the last time we did the podcast, Steve had told us that Chris had done kind of an interview tour during the releases of these episodes, and he didn't seem to be too apologetic. He didn't approach this with too much humility. He seemed to like stick by his guns.
Yeah.
So knowing that, Steve, after seeing the reunion when he didn't have a whole lot to say, do you think he was like media coached or trained? He came off as a little bit more contrite and with a little bit more humility in the reunion. No?
Yeah, he pretty much had to do what he did on that reunion. Anything less would have been like, oh my gosh, dude, it's been a year and you still aren't getting it. He said what he needed to say, but just like with any apology, whether it's an athlete that has to apologize for their Twitter account being hacked or whatever, it's just words, and the thing is, we're never going to get an answer when it comes to Chris unless the next girl he dates, he does the same thing too, and she decides to run to the media, but I don't think that'll happen. So we're never going to know if this guy actually truly has gone into therapy and actually realizes how he comes across when he talks to women and the way he treats women. The one thing I will say for Chris on the reunion show, the one thing that I didn't like that he said is when Nick Lachey literally called him out and said, so no issues whatsoever with Jessica and how much money she made and how successful she was. And Chris said no. And that was probably his egos taking over, but it absolutely is one of the bigger reasons why he is, because we've seen him make comments numerous times at the mixer about money.